Green flag's going to come out, and we're underway with heat race number 1 of your IMCA Late Models. The 77 of Corey Dumpert out to the early race lead. Ben Sukup in that second spot. Oh, and you got a gaggle of cars battling for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. In third is going to be the number 9 of Eric Van Osdal. As they're 3 wide coming in turns 1 and 2. Van Osdal with that 3rd place spot. Here comes the 14 of Chase Osborne. He's going to move to the low side now. On the inside of Van Osdal. Battling for 3rd. And then battling for 5th is going to be the 45 of Hazy and the 125 of Jake Bridge. Out in front, though, with a sizable and comfortable lead is going to be the 77 of Corey Dumpert. Ben Sukup running in second. Van Osdal and the 14 of Osborne battling for 3rd. Van Osdal in the 9. He's going to have that 3rd place spot by a nose coming into turn 3. Now by a car length off of turn number 4. Best battle out on the track right now for that 3rd and 4th place spot between Van Osdal and Osborne. Out in front, though, with almost a straightaway advantage, the 77 of Corey Dumpert. Ben Sukup in the 07 sits in second. And then it's going to be Van Osdal, Osborne, Bridge, and Hazy. 2 laps to go this time by for your race leader, the 77 of Corey Dumpert. Cars starting to single file themselves around the track now. As a white flags are going to come out for your race leader, the number 77 of Dumpert. Dumpert with the race lead, sizable lead at that. Sukup in second, Van Osdal 3rd. Osborne in 4th. And Bridge, your top 5. Checkered's coming out this time by, though. That's going to be the 77 of Dumpert. Sukup in second, Van Osdal 3rd. Osborne in 4th. And Bridge, your top 5. Going green next time by, the 49. That is Ben Carlson. Or Brock Carlson, excuse me. Being asked to leave the raceway as his heat race was prior to this one. See him back in the feature. Mike's going to look at him coming through 3 and 4. Green flag's going to wave, and we're underway with heat race number 2. The 36 car of Jim Johnson out to the early race lead. The 35 of Osborne in second. Zettner is going to be in 3rd, and here comes Junior Coover in the 01 4th. Tracy Haar in the 5T rounds out the top 5. But out in front, it is Jim Johnson in the 36. 36 and the 35 putting on the best battle for the race lead out on the track right now. As it looks like Junior Coover around in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Junior Coover in the 01 car going around. So drivers being told back to green flag racing off of 4 this time by. As they come through 3 and 4, green flag's going to come back out, and we're back underway with heat race number 2. Johnson still with the race lead. Osborne in second. Here comes the 22 Zia Zettner, on the top side. Haar in 4th, and then Wilkinson, your top 5. Zettner in the 22T looking for that 2nd place spot as he's going to try out the high side. He's going to get a great run off turn number 2 and pull up to the rear bumper of Osborne in the 35. But out in front, it's currently the 36 of Jim Johnson. Tracy Haar wants a piece of the 3rd place spot now as he pulled side by side just for a moment with Zettner. Zettner getting way up the track in the tacky stuff. Haar pulling side by side now once again in turns 1 and 2. Zettner getting a little high as he's still side by side with Haar coming into turn number 3. Zettner trying to find some moisture Up top, he's trying to dig. He's going to have the third place spot yet coming off turn number 4. Out in front, though, is Jim Johnson, then Robert Osborne. Side by side for third between Haar and Zettner. And Wilkinson at the back of the pack. 2 laps to go. This time by for your race leader, Jim Johnson. Jim Johnson still with the race lead. Best battle out on the track is for that third spot, though, between Haar and Zettner. White flags are going to fly for your race leader one more time around in heat race number 2. Zettner still holding on to that third place spot. But like a thorn in his side, Haar not quite going away yet. As they come through 3 and 4 for the final time, Jim Johnson's going to pick up the heat race win. Osborne in second. Zettner's going to hold on to third. Haar in fourth. And Wilkinson, your top 5. So we're going to have Berkeley and Haase on the front row. And then Banks, Volbrecht on the second row. Johnson and Benke, your third row. Complete restart here as they come into turns 3 and 4. RPMs come up, green flags out, and we're underway with heat race number 3. Matt Haase with a great start there in the 94 car. Pushes up the track, though. Here comes the 11 car. Volbrecht shot out of a cannon off turn number 2. He's going to have the race lead, but here comes Berkeley on the bottom. Volbrecht with the race lead. Berkeley in second. Then Matt Haase on the outside, wanting second place now. He's going to have the slight advantage coming into turn number 3. Berkeley and Haase side by side for that second spot coming off turn number 4. Haase's going to have it. Berkeley back to third. And then the 12B, that is Banks. Alex Banks now on the high side. He wants third place now from Berkeley. Your pole sitter slowly getting shuffled back. As Banks way up the track on the dirt. Banks getting way up the track. He's going to lose the spot to Johnson in the 7J. But out in front, it's going to be Nelson Volbrecht in the 11X. Took the race lead right off the bat off turn number 2 and has not looked back since. Matt Haase in second, Berkeley in third. And then the 12 of Alex Banks in that 4 spot with Devin Johnson, your top 5. 26 of Benke. Troy Benke at the back of the pack. But all out in front, though. Nelson Volbrecht in the 11X with 2 laps to go. As you hear the brake squeal on the 26 car as he crosses the flag stand, the white flag's going to come out for your race leader, the 11X of Volbrecht. Haase still in that second spot. Banks in the 12 car trying to run down Berkeley, who currently runs third. Checkered flag going to come out this time by, though. Nelson Volbrecht is going to be your heat race winner. Matt Haase in second. Travis Berkeley in third. Then Alex Banks and Devin Johnson, your top 5. As drivers get told to line up side by side, nose to tail, we go green this time by. 6 cars, 10 laps, top 4 transfer. Green flag's going to come out in the 125. Jake Bridge going to take the race lead. 52 of Wilkinson there in the second spot, Dean Wilkinson. And then in your third and fourth spots is going to be the 7J of Devin Johnson. And then the 01 of Junior Cougar. Top 4 transfer to tonight's A main. As cars single file now around the racetrack. for your 10-lap beat feature. Jake Bridge out in front in the 125. Now a battle for second spot between the 7J and the 52. Devin Johnson and Dean Wilkinson. Johnson wants it. Wilkinson wants it. Who's it going to be? It was side by side at the flag stand. Johnson now with a slight advantage coming off turn number 2. Wilkinson going to battle back on the high side. Johnson slide up in front of him now. That's the 125 of Jake Bridge. Clicks off another lap. 49 of Brock Carlson getting into the infield in the 49 car. He's going to pull back out and finish this B feature. Jake Bridge, though, all out in front by himself. Devin Johnson in the 7J. Running in second. Then about a car length back to Wilkinson. And then Junior Coover, your final transfer spot. Bridge with another lap on that 125 machine. As he comes into 3 and 4, he's going to see the white flag this time by. One more lap for your 125, your race leader, Jake Bridge. Johnson still in second, Wilkinson in third, Junior Coover hanging on to fourth. Checkered flag going to come out this time by, though. Jake Bridge punches his ticket in tonight's A main along with Devin Johnson, Dean Wilkinson, and Junior Coover. As they come off of turn number 4, this is the final A main event of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, let you know you love them. Your IMCA Late Models. Jimmy, this one's for you. Yo! Hoorah! As they come into 3 and 4. For the final time here under parade lap. Green flag's going to come out, and we're late model racing. Side by side for the race lead into turn number 1. Ben Sukup in the 07 on the high side has the advantage. The 22 of Zia Zetner in a close second. Osborne in third. As we got a car around, 3 cars around at the back of the pack. Caution flag coming out. 3 cars around. That's going to be Junior Coover in the 01. Wilkinson in the 52. And then the 78 of Travis Berkeley. As they come into turn 3 and 4. RPM's going to come up. Mike's going to wave the flag, and we're underway with tonight's A feature. Ben Sukup in the 07 on the high side, trying to get the advantage. He's going to have it coming into turn number 3, but the 22 of Zach Zetner not going away. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Oh, it's too close to call at the line. Zetner or Sukup might have had it. Not sure which one it was. As they come into turn 3 and 4 now on the front stretch, Zetner's going to have lap number 2. Zetner with the race lead. Well, as the 07 pushes up the track a little bit, the 14 of Osborne running in third, and then the 77 of Corey Dumpert. The 36 of Jim Johnson going to round out the top 5. As Ben Sukup trying to get a handle on that car as he pushes, now gets a little squirrely coming off turn number 2. He'll keep the second spot. But Osborne and Dumpert closing in. Meanwhile, back behind them, the 94 car of Haase and Robert Osborne in the 35 battling side by side. Haase's going to get the advantage coming off turn number 2. But still out in front, Zach Zetner in the 22T. Ben Sukup in the 07. How did Corey Dumpert miss that infield tractor tire coming through turn 1 and 2? He was way on the grass there, trying to make a pass on the 14 of Chase Osborne. Dumpert up to the high side now, nothing doing up there. Going to get a great run off too, though. Try to pull side by side for that third spot with Osborne. Dumpert on the high side, Osborne on the low side. Who's it going to be at the line? Osborne by a half a car. Sukup must have had something figured out on that car now as the 07 way up on the racetrack, trying to run down the 22C of Zettner as Matt Haase in the 44 he goes off the track and he's going to pull into the infield. His night's going to be done in the 94. As I said, Sukup might have found something, now lost whatever he had. Corey Dumpert has moved into that third spot. Osborne back to fourth. And then the 36 of Osborne, Jim Johnson back to fifth. Corey Dumpert now to the inside of Ben Sukup for that second spot. Dumpert wants it. He's going to have the slight advantage off of two. Going to go up and pinch Sukup up to the outside. Now the 77 car grabs the second spot. Sukup's not going away, though. Sukup battling back on the bottom as he's rocketing through those holes there. In turn 1 and 2, he's going to lose a little momentum. Zettner to the inside of the track now, but Corey Dumpert is coming in the 77. Zach Zettner with the race lead. Here comes Dumpert to the left rear quarter. Not going to be able to make the pass. Let's see what he does here in turns 3 and 4. Slings the car to the inside. Side by side for the race lead now. Zettner hanging on by a car length at the line. Zach Zettner in the 22Z trying to hold off a hard-charging 77 of Corey Dumpert. Dumpert started 6th on the field, down to second as Dumpert goes around. Corey Dumpert in the 77 goes around in the inside of 3 and 4. He's going to keep it going, though. But the caution comes out. Tough break for the 77 of Corey Dumpert, going around at the bottom of 3 and 4. Tried to keep it going, and just as he did, the caution flag flew. As we're going to look at the replay here, looks like the 77, man, looks like he just threw it in a little too hard on the bottom side there and went around. Ben Sukup doing everything he could to avoid him. Gets slight contact with him as you thought Dumpert was going to keep going from there, but then for another half a spin cycle as Osborne going up to the top to avoid contact. And Dumpert goes for the spin cycle down at the bottom of 3 and 4. And then it's going to be Robert Osborne in the 35. And then the 36 of Jim Johnson, your top 5. Green flag comes out, and we're back on our way with your late model 8 feature. Zettner to the inside now of the racetrack. Sukup up on the high side. He's going to try and battle for that top spot. Sukup out on the top side, going to try to make it stick as they come off of 4. Ben Sukup by a nose. Ben Sukup with the race lead, but Zettner's not going away. Zach Zettner in the 22Z. He's going to lose a little momentum, slide back to the second spot now as Chase Osborne in the 14 hangs on to third. 35 of Robert Osborne back behind him, and then Jim Johnson, your top 5 in the 36 car. Here comes the 9 of Eric Van Osdal up to that 6th place spot. He started 10th. And then you're going to see Volbrecht, the 125, and Corey Dumpert, the 77, trying to make up some spots. Ben Sukup now finds himself out in front with a comfortable lead. Zach Zettner running in second, Chase Osborne in third, Robert Osborne in fourth, and Jim Johnson, your top 5. Now coming under attack, though, from the number 9, Eric Van Osdal. Johnson up on the high side, Van Osdal on the low side. Johnson trying to hang on to 5th on a rubber down track. Track has slicked off completely here at the Off Road Speedway, with Ben Sukup in the 07 still with a race lead. Ben Sukup with almost a straightaway advantage over second place Zach Zettner in the 22Z. Chase Osborne runs in third, and then a few car lengths back, it's going to be Robert Osborne and Jim Johnson as Eric Van Osdal trying to get into that top 5. Walbricht in the 11X. He's moved up a couple spots. Heat race winner earlier tonight. As you just hear the tires screeching through turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Ben Sukup with a great sizable lead, though, out in front in the 07. Zach Zettner coming under attack from Osborne now in the 14 with 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go for Ben Sukup in the 07 car. Your current race leader as he comes into turn number 3 for the final time. He's going to see the white flag this time by, though. One more time around. Sukup, Zettner, Osborne, Johnson. That's your top 5. Coming off turn 4 for the checkered flag, though, Ben Sukup, your late model 8 feature winner in the 07. Zach Zettner coming home in second. Chase Osborne in third. Jim Johnson in the 36 is going to take home 4th. And Robert Osborne, your top 5.